Namaskar. Welcome to this learning session on food technology. In today's discussion, we are going to learn about food additives. Food additives have been used for thousands of years. Salt was probably used to preserve meat and fish. The role of food additives has become more prominent in recent years, due in part to the increased production of prepared, processed, and convenience foods. Food additives are chemicals that keep food fresh or enhance its color, flavor, or texture. This episode deals with the types of additives and antioxidants, coloring foodstuffs, flavor enhancers, and types of flavoring substances, sweeteners and preservatives, anti-caking agents, anti-foaming agents and glazing agents, emulsifiers, stabilizers, and thickeners. Coming to food additive. Food additive is any substance a food producer intentionally adds to a food for a specific purpose. Producers use around 3,000 additives to preserve and improve foods. Food additives are substances added to products to perform specific technological functions. These functions include preserving, that is increasing shelf life or inhibiting the growth of pathogens, or adding coloring and flavoring to food for interest and variety, added to food to preserve flavor or enhance its taste and appearance. Some additives have been used for centuries, for example, preserving food by pickling, that is with vinegar, salting as with bacon, preserving sweets, or using sulfur dioxide as with wines. There are over 300 permitted additives that can be used in the United Kingdom. Flavorings are not included in this figure as there are over 3,000 flavoring components in the United Kingdom in use in many different combinations. International organizations provide advice on the safety of flavorings. Next, coming to the types of additives. Additives may be natural, that is found naturally, such as extracts from beetroot juice, that is code number E162, used as a coloring agent, or man-made versions, that is the synthetic identical copies of substances found naturally, such as benzoic acid E210, used as a preservative. Or it may be artificial, that is produced synthetically and not found naturally, such as niacin E234, used as a preservative in some dairy products and in semolina and tapioca. Some artificial colors have almost disappeared from foods as companies realized that many consumers preserve food products to contain natural colors. At present, there is not the variety of natural additives required to perform all the functions of additives necessary. Man-made additives may prove more efficient at preserving, and some natural colors fade in some products. Coming to preservatives. Preservatives prevent the growth of microorganisms which could cause food spoilage and lead to food poisoning, extend the shelf life of products so that they can be distributed and sold to the consumer with a longer shelf life. For example, bacon, ham, corned beef, and other cured meats are often treated with nitrite and nitrate, that is E249 to E252, during the curing process. Antioxidants. Antioxidants reduce the oxidative deterioration that leads to rancidity, loss of flavor, color, and nutritive value of foodstuffs. Fats, oils, flavoring substances, vitamins and colors can all oxidize spontaneously with oxygen when exposed to air. Firstly, they prevent food containing fat or oil from going rancid due to oxidation, that is developing an unpleasant odor or flavor. Prevent the browning of cut fruit, vegetables and fruit juices, and so increase shelf life and appearance. For example, vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid or E300, is one of the most widely used antioxidants. Colors. Colors are used to enhance the appearance and visual properties of foods. The use of colors controversial because some of the most brightly colored products are those aimed at children. Coloring foodstuffs. The term coloring foodstuffs has been adopted for colorings that are derived from recognized foods and processed in such a way that the essential characteristics of the food from which they have been derived are maintained. They restore color lost during processing or storage, example, marrow-fat peas. Ensure that each batch produced is identical in appearance or does not appear off. Reinforces color already in foods, example, enhance the yellowness of a custard. Give color to foods which otherwise would be colorless, for example, soft drinks, and so make them more attractive. Certain combinations of the following artificial food colors: sunset yellow, code number E110, quinoline yellow, E104, carmoisin, E122, tartrazine, E102, have been linked to a negative effect on children's behavior. These colors are used in soft drinks, sweets and ice cream. The Food Standards Agency suggests if signs of hyperactivity or attention hyperactivity disorder are seen in a child, these additives should be avoided. Coming to flavor enhancers. Flavor enhancers bring out the flavor in foods without imparting a flavor of their own. Example, monosodium glutamate E612 is added to processed foods. For example, some soups, sauces and sausages. Flavorings, on the other hand, are added to a wide range of foods, usually in small amounts to give a particular taste. These do not have E numbers because they are controlled by different food laws. Ingredients list will say if flavorings have been used, but individual flavorings might not be named. This is a group of additives that has attracted adverse attention, in particular monosodium glutamate, MSG E621, which is widely blamed for an intolerance reaction known as Chinese restaurant syndrome. Next is the sweeteners and preservatives. Sweeteners perform an obvious function. They come in two basic types, that is bulk and intense, and are permitted in foods that are either energy reduced or have no added sugar. They are also sold direct to consumers as tabletop sweeteners, well known to dieters and diabetics. Sweeteners include intense sweeteners, for example, saccharin, have a sweetness many times that of sugar and therefore are used in small amounts, example in diet foods, soft drinks, sweetening tablets. Bulk sweeteners, for example sorbitol, have a similar sweetness to sugar and are used at similar levels. Types of flavoring substances. Natural flavoring substances, that is vanilla extract, is obtained from vanilla pods. Nature identical flavoring substances, artificial flavoring substances. Preservatives. Preservatives are probably the single most important class of additives as they play an important role in the safety of the food supply. Preservatives are used in processed meats for food safety, shelf life and food technology reasons. Sodium nitrite or potassium nitrite in meat. Sodium nitrite or potassium nitrite play a key role in the safety of processed meat. Nitrites, or in cured meats, sodium or potassium nitrates, which are gradually converted to nitrites. They provide excellent protection against botulism in processed meats. At the same time, their use results in the characteristic color and flavor of cured meats. Other preservatives inhibit the growth of microorganisms. The sulfides, sources of sulfur dioxide, also inhibit the growth of microorganisms while retaining the bloom, that is the fresh color and appearance of red meat. Some preservatives can have adverse effects on health. The levels of nitrates and nitrites in meat are restricted because they can be converted in the stomach or during high temperature frying to chemicals understood to cause cancer. Sulfur dioxide causes breathing difficulties in some people. Other preservatives can have adverse effects if consumption limits are exceeded. Preservatives can also be regulated to prevent use which is incompatible with other manufacturing processes. Moving on to the value of food additives. Preservatives extend the shelf life of many foods. Example, mold inhibitor calcium propionate and BHT are used in bread to prevent mold, that is in keeping the fat fresh. Supporters of food additives say additives prevent disease caused by malnutrition. Goiter, which is an enlargement of the thyroid gland caused by a lack of iodine. This was then added to table salt in 1924. Anti-caking agents. Anti-caking agents ensure free movement or flow of particles, example, in dried milk or table salt. Anti-foaming agents. Anti-foaming agents prevent or disperse frothing, example, in the production of fruit juices. Glazing agents. Glazing agents provide a protective coating or sheen on the surface of foods, example, confectionery for appearance and shelf life. Emulsifiers, stabilizers, gelling agents and thickeners. The purpose of emulsifiers and stabilizers is to facilitate the mixing together of ingredients that normally would not mix, namely fat and water. This mixing of the aqueous and lipid phases is then maintained by stabilizers. Emulsifiers help mix ingredients together that would normally separate, examples, lecithins, that is E322. Stabilizers prevent ingredients from separating again, example, locust bean gum, E410. Emulsifiers and stabilizers give food a consistent texture. For example, they can be found in low-fat spreads. Gelling agents are used to change the consistency of a food, example pectin, E440, which is used to make jam. Uses. They make food appealing, help maintain quality and freshness, extended shelf life, improved dough handling, used for gluten reduction in bakery products, stabilize the emulsion in low-fat spreads, providing the right stability and mouthfeel, and reduce spattering in frying margarine given baked and snack products the necessary functionality without the trans fats. Color is the first notable characteristic of a food. Food coloring or color additive is any dye, pigment or substance that imparts color when it is added to food or drink in the form of liquids, powders, gels and pastes. Color is a way to identify a food and a way to judge the quality of a food. Color predetermines our expectations of flavor and taste. Offset color loss due to exposure to light, air, temperature extremes and moisture and storage conditions. In order to correct natural variations in color, to improve colors that occur naturally and to provide color to colorless foods. Direct food additives. They are the food additives added to a food for a specific purpose in that food, such as to provide nutrition, to maintain product quality and freshness, to aid in the processing and preparation of foods, to make foods appealing. Indirect food additives. They are the food additives that become part of the food in traces due to its packaging, storage or other handling. They are not used or placed in the food on purpose. Government guidelines mostly necessitate that All food ingredients, including direct additives, should be listed on the package label by their common names in order of weight. Each food additive used is assigned a unique number called the E numbers, which are basically used in Europe for all approved additives. Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners add sweet taste, add bulk and give texture, and act as preservatives. Health concerns. Saccharin can cause bladder cancer. Aspartame is associated with brain tumors and people with phenylketonuria cannot tolerate it. Because of presence of chlorine, sucralose is thought to be carcinogenic. Thickeners. Thickening agents are substances which, when added to the mixture, increase its viscosity without substantially modifying its other properties. Disadvantages. A number of additives can cause allergic reactions. The two most widely artificial colorings, red 40 and yellow 5, are also the most likely additives to cause allergy-like reactions and hypersensitivity. They can also cause hyperactivity in some children. Red 40 and yellow 5 are widely used in everything from pet food and sausages to soda, candy and pastries. Other food additives that are known to cause allergic reactions in some people include the artificial coloring carmine, tragacanth gum and sodium benzoate. Disadvantages to having additives in our food. Food additives sometimes destroy vitamins in food. Food additives may be used to make bad quality food look good. Many people are allergic to particular food additives. Overview of the relevant standards. Table 1 also lists other applicable standards. Nutritional supplements include vitamins, minerals, herbs, meal supplements, sports nutrition products, natural food supplements, other related products used to boost the nutritional content of the diet. Leavening agents: sodium bicarbonate, ammonium bicarbonate, yeast, eggs, glycerol monosterate, and preservatives. Antioxidants: tocopherols, that is vitamin E, ascorbic acid and sodium ascorbate, that is vitamin C, erythorbic acid like vitamin C but not a vitamin, BHA, that is butylated hydroxyanisole, BHT, butylated hydroxytoluene, sodium citrate, lecithin, propyl gallate. Antimicrobials: sodium benzoate, benzoic acid, potassium sorbate, sorbic acid, natamycin, triclosan, triclocarbon, hexachlorophene, acetic acid which is vinegar, salt, sugar, calcium propionate, sodium propionate, lactic acid, sodium nitrite, sodium nitrate, propylene glycol, butylene glycol and honey. Sweeteners: the colors are annatto, beta-carotene, carmine, saffron, turmeric, ura red, tartrazine, indigo, sodium caseinate, calcium caseinate and ferrous gluconate. Flavors: the acids are acetic acid which is vinegar, citric acid, lactic acid, stearic acid, phosphoric acid, fumaric acid and tartaric acid. The esters are methyl vanillin, ethyl vanillin, denatonium benzoate, chocolate, vanilla, monosodium glutamate that is MSG, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, ethanol, SD alcohol, stearyl alcohol, cetyl alcohol, glycerine also known as glycerol and menthol. Fruits: figs, dates, prunes, cherries, nuts, coconuts, peanuts. Moisture controller: glycerine also known as glycerol, sorbitol, sodium PCA, propylene glycol, butylene glycol and panthenol. The stabilizers include corn syrup, mostly glucose, sodium caseinate, calcium caseinate, polyethylene glycol that is PEG, polypropylene glycol that is PPG, lecithin, hydroxymethyl cellulose, sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, xylene sulfonates, agar, gelatin, pectin, alginate and propylene glycol alginate. Starch, modified starch, carrageenan, uar bean gum, locust bean gum, gum acacia, gum arabic, brominated vegetable oil, xanthan gum, gum tragacanth, ghatti, caraya and furceleran. Colors. Colors make foods look more attractive. They are added to help identify flavors, to make food look brighter and to regain color that may have been lost during processing. Code number additive, name, details, food. 100 curcumin orange. It's a yellow color that is extracted from the roots of the turmeric plant. Curry, fats and oils, processed cheese. 101 is riboflavin. Riboflavin, vitamin B2, can be obtained by fermenting yeast or synthesized artificially. In foods, it is used as an orange-yellow color. It is used in sauces, processed cheese and foods with added vitamins such as bread. 160A, beta-carotene. It has an orange-yellow color and found in plants such as carrots, tomatoes and oranges. It is used in soft drinks, margarine, butter, yogurt. 150A, plain caramel dark brown to black color. About 90% of all coloring used is caramel, obtained by the heating of sugars. It is used in confectionery, baked foods, chocolate and vinegar. 123 is amaranth. Its dark purple synthetic color, similar in color to black currants. It is used in powdered soup, jam, ice cream and instant gravy. Bird additives information, sheet 6, 201102. Preservatives. Preservatives are used to improve the safety of food by controlling the growth of mold, bacteria and yeast that cause food to deteriorate. Code number, additive and name details. 200 is sorbic acid. Sorbic acid and its salts are naturally occurring substances and they are among the most important food preservatives for industries. Sorbic acid is effective over a wide range of foods, that is beverages, dairy products and baked goods, and it adds no taste or flavor. 201 sodium sorbate, 202 potassium sorbate, 203 calcium sorbate, 280 propionic acid. The propionates are examples of naturally occurring preservatives. They work best in more alkaline conditions of bakery products and may be used to delay green mold growth on bread. 281 sodium propionate, 282 calcium propionate, 283 potassium propionate. Coming to acidity regulators. Acidity regulators are also known as pH control agents added to maintain pH. They can be neutralizing agents or buffering agents. They are indicated by their E number such as E260, which is acetic acid, or food acid. Commonly used acidity regulators are citric, acetic and lactic acids. Code number, additive, name details. 260 is acetic acid, glacial 0.8 and dilute. 0.6 to 1.5 is vinegar. 262 is sodium acetate or sodium diacetate, 0.125 to 0.4. 263 calcium acetate, 0.125 to 0.4. 524 sodium hydroxide, caustic soda, which is a strong alkali used as acidity regulator in bakery products. Antioxidant. An antioxidant inhibits the oxidation of other molecules. Its oxidation is a chemical reaction involving the loss of electrons or an increase in oxidation state. Oxidation reactions can produce free radicals or antioxidants are compounds in foods that neutralize chemicals called free radicals that are unstable molecules produced by oxidation in the human body. Antioxidants help to prevent oils and fats from deteriorating and developing rancid flavors. Code number, additive name, details. 300 ascorbic acid used in beers, cut fruits, jams, dried potato. It helps to prevent cut and pulp foods from going brown by preventing oxidation reactions that cause the discoloration. 301 sodium ascorbate, 302 calcium ascorbate, 303 potassium ascorbate, 306 tocopherols concentrate, mixed oils, meat pies, obtained from soya beans and maize, reduces oxidation of fatty acids and some vitamins. 330 citric acid jam, tinned fruit, biscuits, alcoholic drinks, cheese, dried soup. 331 sodium citrates, 332 potassium citrates, 333 calcium citrates. Emulsifiers, stabilizers and thickeners. Emulsifiers. Emulsifiers are used to ensure that mixtures of oil and water, that is emulsions, stay mixed together. Emulsifiers, stabilizers and related compounds are also used in the preparation of cosmetics, lotions and certain pharmaceuticals. In addition to this, emulsifiers can also aerate, increase product softness and reduce staling. Code number, additive and name details. 322 lecithin, which is a natural emulsifier found in egg yolk. Used in range of baked goods including donuts and cakes to control flow and viscosity. 471 mono and diglycerides of fatty acids. Used as an emulsifier in fat emulsions, can be added as a dispersion in water. In yeast-raised foods, it improves softness and shelf life. Is sulfame K. It is an artificial sweetener used in chewing gum. Aspartame, artificial sweetener. Azodicarbonamide. It is a bleaching agent in flour. Guar gum. It is a stabilizer for ice cream and soups. MSG, flavor enhancer in soups, Chinese foods. Saccharin, artificial sweetener. Sodium citrate, pH controller, meat curer. Sorbitol, nutritive sweetener. Tartaric acid, pH controller used in soft drinks. Finally, coming to the conclusion, food additives are substances or mixture of substances that become part of a food product when they are added during the processing or making, storage or packaging. Direct food additives are often added during processing to add nutrients. Food additives are chemicals that keep food fresh or enhance its color, flavor or texture. Salt, baking soda, vanilla and yeast are all food additives and are commonly used in processed foods today. According to law, the label must identify the food product in a language the consumer can understand. It must indicate the manufacturer, the packer or distributor and declare the quantity of contents either in net weight or volume. Thank you.